Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next fight, and it is a title fight. Making his way to the cage and fighting out of the red corner, it's Kaelob Alger.
We are here to welcome Killer K, Kaelob Alger, to the CageZilla cage for another bout. He stands 5'9", first time making the flyweight limit at 124 pounds, actually coming a pound under it. His age is 22. He now fights independently. His hometown is Hagerstown, Maryland. He has an MMA record of 2-1, and he's the number 2 amateur flyweight in Virginia. After 2 highlight reel finishes in his last bouts, a weight class heavier. This is his first time making flyweight. Kaelob at bantamweight though dropped Rene Marquardt by TKO in the first round and has also submitted Travis Long in his last bout. Kaelob has had all his career bouts with CageZilla and is proud to call himself a CageZilla fighter. He formerly trained at Hagerstown BJJ, but now trains independently. He does hold an orange belt in the Bang Ludwig Muay Thai system. His only loss came by a decision to Jonathan Campbell, a very close one at that, in his debut. Killer K, me and Steve were actually just talking about, he's exciting, he is brash, he has good presence in the cage, he's a performer, and one of these guys who's so skillful and that skill surprises you coming from somebody who's independent.
Yeah, you definitely, a lot of times when you see independent, that kind of comes with like, hey, this guy's probably not that skilled and just chaotic, but when you watch him, you can tell, okay, this guy knows what he's doing.
Exactly, and like the eyes is the biggest thing, the eyes. We're going to throw it to Chris to introduce his opponent.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Jhondy Fuller.
Welcome back, Jhondy Fuller. He stands 5'4", also making the flyweight limit under a pound at 124 pounds. He is 20 years old, fighting at a Clinch Academy in Frederick, Maryland, which is also his hometown. He has a 500 record in MMA, going 2-2. He's number 3 amateur flyweight in Virginia. Jhondy is a black belt under Luke Reinhardt and is making his 5th CageZilla walk, where he boasts that 500 record. But Jhondy's wins have come via rear naked choke. He has never been finished. Both his last losses were by decision to current undefeated pro fighters, Austin Hall and Mardin Velasquez. Both of these young fighters have come up in the CageZilla organization and have been very active. This is Jhondy's 5th fight in 2 years and Kaelob's 4th fight in 14th month. Active fighters, both very talented. Kaelob definitely more of the striker who has some submission skills, whereas Jhondy is the full-on grappler coming in here willing to throw.
Now, that will play a big difference. You know, although we were just talking about the skills that Kaelob possesses, at the end of the day, there's one thing that you definitely need coaches in a gym for, and that is grappling. It doesn't matter how athletic you are, how much UFC videos you watch, the timing for grappling is just different, and you need to be taught that in a gym.
And you need to feel it. Striking is done with your eyes. Grappling is done by the feeling of your body.
I like that. I never thought about that before, but that's a perfect way to describe it.
But that's the thing. Kaelob has the eyes for striking. He sees his moments. He has great timing, meeting people on their way in.
He's very comfortable in there too. He's been like all smiles, chilling, talking to the camera crew and everything, man. He looks like someone that's very comfortable with this atmosphere.
Exactly. Now we're going to throw it down to Chris to get this atmosphere going. Excited for a 5-minute rounds. It's the 3 5-minute rounds of this amateur flyweight title fight.
Salisbury Center, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds, and it is for the vacant CageZilla flyweight title. It is brought to you by my favorite place on earth, the Shop Gym, the Virginia Mecca for bodybuilding and powerlifting, with locations in Manassas and Ashburn. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'9" and weighing in at 124 pounds, he's an independent fighter with a record of 2 wins and only 1 defeat. It's Kaelob Killer K Alger! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'4" and weighing in at 124 pounds, fighting out of Clinch Academy with a record of 2 wins and 2 defeats, it's Jhondy Fuller! Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is for the vacant CageZilla Flyweight title and is brought to you by the Shop Gym. And now, to the center of the ring, it's referee Gabe Alger with the fighter instructions.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the instructions in the back. This is a title fight. Expect you to keep it clean. Listen to my instructions at all times. Any questions? All right, touch gloves. God bless.
Respectful intensity from both fighters. You see Kaelob comfortable. He is a performer, but Jhondy been here too many times to be fazed by the moment. We're going to see how this fight goes as we get started here at CageZilla 77 for the flyweight title. Now Kaelob is usually a patient yet quick strike.
I like this, man. Circling, using the full octagon.
Look at Kaelob kind of just cutting the cage.
Oh, that was a nice level change on the overhand.
Oh, now Kaelob under a black belt.
Nice level. That's what I was talking about before. Is like, hey, no matter what, you will always need a gym for grappling. You will always need a gym for grappling. But I do like the fact that Kaelob is attacking right away. You know, he's not just staying on his back. He's looking to cut angles. Looking like he's trying to attack arm bars.
For everyone at home, you see Kaelob walking his feet higher up the spine of Jhondy. That is what he's talking about.
What a cap in your hat it would be to tap a black belt as an amateur.
Oh, and he's actually almost there. He can almost cover that shoulder.
Yeah.
Jhondy doing the smart thing, though, making that guard very hard to work. For those at home, you're going to see Kaelob's head is on the cage. When you have your chin in your chest, your spine is so tense, it's hard to move your hips for good guard work. Kaelob's making it work for himself a little bit right now, but like that last little bit of turn he wants, Jhondy's doing a great job using the cage to stop it.
For an independent fighter, this kid is very knowledgeable, you know?
He's moving, he's creating the space, he's creating
nice, right to the back. That's a wrap. That is a wrap. What a good transition.
He's trying to fight that top hand.
That was a black belt back take right there. This is over.
Yeah.
This is over.
Kaelob might even try to just go out with it, trying to fight it.
This is over. That was a black belt back take. That was a back take with the rear naked choke already in. That was very, very high level stuff right there.
And hey, no disrespect to Killer K. Like we talked about, like you need grappling partners to get that feel. Some guys, when they're at gyms that doesn't have that high level BJJ, you just have to be relentless at competitions and get competition feel. We're gonna see the replay right now of that tap.
And to be fair to Kaelob, that transition would catch a lot of people. You know, like that was a very great transition. He went straight to the back before he was already set on the back. He already had the choke set in. You know, so that was just a great transition on Jhondy's part.
Exactly.
And a great level change to start the fight too. It was a good overhand change levels.
And Jhondy, I think Jhondy could kind of feel like Kaelob had just had that piston ready to fire. Just kind of waiting to see when it would happen.
Fight your opponent where he's weakest at. You know, we don't need to see your striking. We're gonna take this to the ground right away. Great showing by Jhondy Fuller.
Now his way on Chris to enter the cage to make this title official. You know, I'm also excited for Kaelob. I think he needed this adversity, but just by somebody just at an absolute high level in one discipline, you gain respect for it. Not that he didn't have it before, but now it's like, hey, where are the partners that are going to give you the feel you just felt?
Yes.
You never want to go into a fight thinking that I've never felt this before. Confidence comes from the training in the gym, right? And
that's 3 wins now with all rear naked chokes from Jhondy, man. You know, at a certain point, I like some of these guys that we're seeing that are like excellent in different criterias. I like to see them in a couple pro fights. I know this was supposed to be 5 minutes. it didn't go that far. Let's start trying to look to make this a career. And he's 20 too. Wow, that's very impressive.
And now we're going to throw to Chris now to make this official and announce our new title holder at CageZilla.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Gabe Alger has called a stop to the action 1 minute and 27 seconds into the very first round for your winner by submission due to rear naked choke and new CageZilla Flyweight Champion out of the blue corner, it's Jhondy Fuller.
And now we're going to hear from our new title holder, Jhondy.
How are you?
I'm doing awesome. You went in fast and furious. That was awesome. What was your mindset going into that?
My mindset was just to go in, do my thing. You know, I know what I'm good at. I'm going to do it, no matter what.
You wanted to win.
That's right.
That's right. And how did you set up that finish? That was incredible. Tell us about that.
I threw a little strike down the middle through the guard to get him to try and turn over, which he did so. Made me easy to take the back and just finish the choke.
And you feel incredible right now, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. Congratulations. Is there anyone you want to thank before you walk out of here?
Yeah, I want to thank my friends and my family and my coach and Paintball Sportsland. They're a big sponsor for this event today.
Great job. It was a pleasure to watch the fight, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe to CageZilla.